everyone, welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie. Today I am back with a belated sneak peek unboxing of two recent releases from Diamond Art Club. So thanks to Diamond Art Club for sending these over. Customs delays, shipping delays, and whatnot held these ones up, but I am still looking forward to sharing them with you today. I have Cozy Study Time by Mrs. Butter D and Time to Play by Kaomi Harai. Really looking forward to both of these. I have to admit the Mrs. Butter D in particular, I'm very, very, very excited for. I remember when this one was in voting, and I'm so happy that it came out. I think I've decided I actually want to work on one of my cozy wintry Mrs. Butter D kits this year. TBD which exact one I'll work on. And really quick before we get into it, I just wanted to say upfront an apology and just FYI. So I'm sorry to say that both of these are out of stock. I am hoping that this video will still be helpful for you if A, you have these on the way and are just curious to see what they're gonna look like. B, you're debating whether or not you want to grab them in a Destash, or C, you just like seeing diamond painting stuff unboxed. So I will have these linked below where you can go to the listing on Diamond Art Club's website and sign up for a back in stock notification, add email and add it to your wish list. From what DAC has said, they do look at these numbers to figure out when and how many of a particular kit to restock. So I always recommend doing that if something is a must-have for you. That said, we're going to start with Cozy Study Time, and then we'll look at Time to Play. So if you want to skip ahead just to see this kit, totally fine. I am going to skim through some parts once we get to this one. Things like the toolkit and going in depth in some of the features I'm mostly going to cover in this one. So if you're new to Diamond Art Club and want to hear me talk about those things, maybe stick around for at least that part of Cozy Study Time, because I do like to approach these videos as though you're newer to the company and aren't necessarily familiar with what they have to offer. Anyway, let's get into it. I'll stop yapping your ear off here with non-related stuff. This is going to have round diamonds, 55.6 by 78.7. This is a size point. I feel like it's just a solid 50-ish by 70-ish. I love that size pointed diamond painting. Pink branding for round drill kits. We're going to have 56 colors, including 2 ABs, 3 fairy dusts, for a total of 57,000-ish diamonds in this one. Info about how to diamond paint on the back. If you're new to the craft, I will have some beginner how-to videos linked below you can take a look at. We've got your kit contents there. We're going to look at all that together. And they put the kit at the bottom of the box. This, I find, is useful for when I've got all my diamond paintings stacked. Being able to tell what the kit is just from looking at the bottom of the box is actually kind of helpful. So I like that they do that. Now, while these two kits are currently out of stock, I did want to mention that if you're shopping on DAC's website in the future and these are in stock at the time, or you're looking at other DAC kits in the meantime, I have a 20% off discount code for first-time buyers you're welcome to use. That is just my name, Katie, K-A-T-I-E, and the number 20. That is an affiliate code, so I may make a small commission if you choose to use it. That said, there's of course no pressure at all, but thank you if you do. I appreciate it. Let's take a peek at their toolkit, which, like I said, we'll mostly just go in depth on during this first kit. This is what they call a twist and pick pen. It is more ergonomic. It's got like a bit of a shape to it, so it's more comfortable than the basic ping pen you'll see in some other toolkits. It comes preloaded with a clear wax. You give it a twist, and that will have the wax start coming out the end like you can see there. And if it runs out of the wax that's preloaded in there, you can twist it back the opposite direction and it'll come apart. And they give you extra wax that you can load into there if you want. They put multi-placers on the other end. There's a 4-placer that's removable, and they also give you a 7-placer. And if you like their classic pink heart wax, they give you that as well. So also an option. Bag of baggies, store some leftover diamonds in those if you want. And then my favorite of their toolkit upgrades has to be the tray. They're big. They're a good hefty size. I like to multi-place, so having a big tray that I can put plenty of diamonds in is a must. It's got a removable stopper and a sliding lid. And it's the kind of thing where if you had a bunch of these, there's cutouts on the top and bottom, you could stack them, kit up into them, put the sticker on the end. It's whatever works for you. But I feel like DAC does pretty solid in terms of what they offer in their toolkits. Let's see what our treasure quest card is this time. We have a bronze treasure quest card. Not shocked. a tiny bit disappointed, but not shocked. This is what's called a treasure quest card. This is a fun collectible and part of a secondary rewards program. So they've got their standard rewards program that's points-based, pretty generous. This is on top of it. Each of these cards has a rank. This is bronze. This is by far the most common. If you get this kit, you're also most likely going to get a bronze card. It is possible, though, that you could get this kit and end up with a silver, gold, or black card, which are more rare. And once you get various combinations of the different ranks of cards, you can redeem them for things like gift cards or a custom diamond painting. You scratch this off here, and there's a redemption code under there, and there's a QR code to get you to the treasure quest card redemption part of the website. I have a video on that too, if you want some info and kind of a demo explaining how to go about redeeming them and how that all works. It'll be linked below. Inside of this envelope has some helpful info. I just want to point out that they have a Facebook group and they have a mobile app. Here we've got our original artwork, which is so cozy. I love this artwork so much. I'm a sucker for Mrs. Butterdee's artwork in general, if you've been here before, you well know. Look at this warm, cozy color palette. So this is a set of pre-cut sticker labels. If you kit up your diamonds into storage containers, these just peel right off so you can kit up kind of quickly. The code in the right-hand column here is the DMC code. It comes from the DMC brand of floss, like in cross stitch. Diamond Art Club puts their special drills at the end. So Z, those are our fairy dust diamonds. ABs will be our ABs. And then if you see 6000s range colors, those are colors that Diamond Art Club has actually created to fill gaps in the DMC color code system. Since they make all their drills in-house, they're able to just sort of look at what's out there and go, hey, we can add these colors to help us match the original artwork more closely. And so that is what they have done. Okay, are we in frame? Yes, okay. Oh my gosh, look at this little puppy dog. Okay, look. Yeah, I'm a sucker for cute artwork, okay? This is adorable. I feel like this character really reminds me of, like with the big glasses, reminds me of one of the characters that she did. It was a Halloween piece. What was it called? It was like Spooky Halloween Witch or something. Kind of a similar look with like the hair and the glasses. It's really cute. So this is the canvas. That's so stinking adorable. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's talk features. So we'll look at the drills in a bit. At the top, they put their branding and all that good stuff. Do what makes you sparkle. Diamond Art Club. The edges of the canvas, they're scalloped, they're poked. Fraying shouldn't be an issue. Canvas material itself, it's got this soft backing to it. I think it has a nice weight to it, like a good thickness and stuff. It's nice to diamond paint on. That's mainly what I care about when it comes to my canvases. For glue, that's sticky glue. And we've got, it's poured glue that they use on their canvases. And then we have a perforated plastic cover that is pretty thick. So if you want to work within kind of designated areas with these sections, you just kind of give it a tug and it'll come apart. And those are around 4 by 4 inches or 10 by 10 centimeters. We have legends at the top left as well as down at the bottom right. Then at the bottom left, we've got the title, the size, and copyright. And what this means, if you're not familiar, is that Diamond Art Club has Mrs. Butterdee's permission to use this artwork as a diamond painting and is compensating her for it as well. So it's all above board, and that'll be the case with all of their pieces. Here we've got their socials and yet another discount code, and your kit does come with a lifetime warranty. As long as you're the original person that purchased your kit, you're covered under that lifetime warranty, which includes things like if you were to run out of a drill color. If you run into any issues, you can contact customer support and they'll take you from there. I'm just taking a look up close to see what we're looking at in terms of color blocking and confetti. I'm seeing a decent amount of confetti in this one, or little patches of color blocking. So confetti is where you have more color changes in a small area, like you can kind of see here. Areas like that, you'll usually be doing more single placing and changing the color out in your tray more often. But the trade-off is that you're going to get more detail, nice color blending. The opposite of confetti is what we call color blocking. So here's an example right here. Color blocking is where you have a block of the same color or symbol in a small area. And so you can multi-place that if you like. You'll have that color in your tray for longer. And typically areas with color blocking, like you see some in this area, these areas too, typically those will go faster. So a nice mix of both is good, I feel like, because then you're getting some areas that'll go faster, areas that'll take a little bit longer, but you're going to get more detail with it. Let me do a really quick measurement on this one just to see. This one I would say overall has a good mix of both color blocking and confetti. So we're at about 78 and a bit. We're listed as 78.7, and then this way we're at, let me see, almost 56 centimeters, and we're listed as 55.6, so we'll call that true to size. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at these drills together. So if you're wanting, I know I've said the word cozy a million times in this video already, but isn't this color palette just, when I think warm cozy, it's this, that's it. So let's pop this open. Look, I'm having a moment, okay? All right, here we go. Let's see what our special drills are gonna be, which right off the bat, we're starting off strong. We got Z3865. This is a fairy dust diamond. Diamonds start with Z, will be fairy dust. Fairy dust diamonds, I'm trying to get you a good look at it there. If you take a look, you can see there's kind of a shimmery, pearlescent kind of sheen to the tops of these diamonds. It looks like someone just brushed a fine glitter coating on the tops of these diamonds. It's going to give them a subtle kind of glimmer, and it's still going to stand out from regular diamonds, but not be as in your face as ABs are. This looks like snow to me, so my guess is that's going to be in the snow we see through the window. Of course, I will take you through the canvas after we're done looking at all the drill colors, and we'll see where each of these special drills are charted. Here's our first AB, speaking of. Now, AB stands for Aurora Borealis. These ones get their name from the northern lights and have a very sparkly iridescent coating on the top. Definitely stands out more than a fairy dust diamond does, kind of by comparison, and is going to draw your eye to the areas that has been charted, and even sometimes pick up the colors of the drills around them. So definitely a more bold look, I feel like. Got about every shade of like peach and brown tones going on in here, and oranges. So I think the color blending, if I had to guess, is going to be really, really pretty in this one. We have 2 bags of this next special drill, which is another fairy dust, Z3856. This is a really, really pale peach, almost like an ivory kind of look, but again, just a subtle shimmer to this one. Don't have the best guess where this is going to go. Maybe like a highlighting color in her hair or something like that. I don't know. There's one of our 6000s range colors. You can see it doesn't have like a special coating on the top. It's just that shade of brown apparently does not exist in the DMC. There are some different color families in particular that are kind of notorious for being limited in what they offer in the DMC. Browns, purples, blues, grays. So I do appreciate that with those 6000s range colors, we get a little bit more in the way of options. It does help for sure. Last strand here, these are not in order of DMC. They're kind of in order of weight or the number of diamonds there are. Here's our next AB. It's AB 947, this bright orange AB. And then I think we have maybe one more special drill, or maybe that, oh yeah, we do. Z743, it's a really pale yellow, just a little bit of this one. I'll leave you zoomed in. Yeah, no, that was the last special drill, but I'll just leave you zoomed in anyway. And that is the end. So I'm gonna take a quick peek ahead of you and see where these special drills will be found. I will be right back. Alrighty, so we're gonna start down here. One of the easiest ones to point out right away is gonna be the white fairy dust, because looking at the color list, there's not a just white color in this kit, like a 3865, that's not a fairy dust. So anytime you're seeing white, like in the outside of the snow globe, the dog's little face here and paws, the white in its ears, that's all going to be white fairy dust. I'll still point it out to you as we go, but just FYI. So yeah, the white in the snow globe, the white in the various parts of the dog, ears, tail, that's all going to be white fairy dust. We had that really pale peach fairy dust that we had 2 big bags of, and that's going to be in a lot of different places in this kit. It's in the glow, this particular color on the floor here, which did have kind of a glowy effect right here. It's in parts of the dog, so this color on its face, here, this part on its leg, and then over here as well, these little areas, this is like a blanket that's on her lap. Here in this cup of hot cocoa, there's actually sprinkles of the white fairy dust in there too, I just noticed. And then more that kind of pale peach in some of these little light areas right here too. Hopping over here in the basket, this kind of light pink color is that peach fairy dust. And then we have that peach AB. And the peach AB is going to be, so it's in her slippers. It's this color. It is in some of the blankets that are spilling out, this light pink color, little patches of it. There's a couple of parts of it, like here at the top of her socks, and then here, or kind of slipper socks, this pale pink color through here and in here. So some AB sparkle in there. We have some of the pale peach fairy dust sprinkled actually in the butterflies and the snow globe that I just noticed. So we have those as well. And then I'm just refreshing my memory, checking. Okay, let's move up. So we have, going up her legs, this lightest color is going to be the pale peach fairy dust on either side. We have a line of the pink, pale pink AB here, and then some of the pink fairy dust right next to it. And then this line right here is all that pale pink AB, as is this patch right here. And then this pink color here, this, yeah, it's a light pink color in camera. That's just a big, big patch of the pale peach fairy dust color. And then as we get into the flames, that darker reddish orange color you see that's outlining the flames, it's kind of in parts of here too. That's the only spot so far I've seen in this kit that has that darker orange AB color that we have the smaller bag of. The white here in the center, that is going to be white fairy dust. And okay, let's hop back over here. This side of the book here is the pink AB. And then, okay. So I think this is like one of these string lights. Yeah. So we have this strand of string lights. There's some special drills going on in here actually. So first we have that yellowish orange fairy dust that we haven't seen yet, that was only a really small bag of, and it's kind of the outline color, the bulb color. There's a little bit of the orange AB just in this bulb, but not in the others. But then that yellowish orange fairy dust color, again, this is the only place I've seen it, is in these lights. It's this, looks like a very yellow color in camera. It's here, it's here, it's here, and it's up here in this candle flame. We have a couple more patches of that really pale pink fairy dust in here. We had 2 big bags of it, so it's really seeing its use. And then the outline on the shelf is the pale pink AB. The string of the string lights is pale pink AB as well. And then in her hair, several of these highlighting colors are special drills. So we have some of the pale pink fairy dust here and in here. These pale pink strands all through there. And then we have some of the pale pink AB right here, 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 here. Yeah, so her hair has a lot of special drills in it. The white reflecting in her glasses and kind of in the centers of her eyes. This is white fairy dust. Her chin has some white fairy dust in that highlight as well. And then the white in the snow through the window, that is all white fairy dust. So you're gonna get to color block your way through this these fairy dust bits with that snow. Bit of that pale pink fairy dust and a couple of outlining spots here and up there. So I think that's all that I'm seeing, with the usual disclaimer that it's very possible, likely even, that I have missed some special drills that have been charted in this kit. Hopefully that'll just make it a happy surprise if you get to it yourself. So I like the special drill placement in this kit. I feel like with the lighting effect of this one, where they're lit by the glow of the fire, there's kind of just this warm, glowy effect to the whole thing. I think that the special drill charting makes sense. It's giving that shimmer, it's giving that glow in a lot of places. I just noticed that her necklace is made of that pale peach fairy dust color. Just jumped out at me just now. So yeah, there's a lot. I like the white in the snow. It just looks like pure snow to me, so I think that's a really nice touch. And all the like peaches throughout and stuff. And then of course, whenever there's flame or lights, to me that totally makes sense that you'd have some special drills there to give it a little extra something. So I think that's all I have to share about this one. It looks so happy and so warm and cozy. If it weren't literally the hot month of June already here, I'd be so tempted to do like a winter in July kit, but I'm such a seasonal crafter. This one's gonna have to wait. But this may be the cozy, wintry Mrs. Butter D kit I decided to work on this winter because she's, I don't know, I've been waiting for this one and I'm so excited that it did finally get released. So that's it for this one. I'm going to grab the other kit next. You can give me just a moment to pack this away, but if you're heading out after seeing this kit, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more, and let me know what you think down in the comments. But for the rest of you that want to see the other kit too, I will be right back. All right, I am back, and we have a super, super cute kit to take a look at next. This is called Time to Play. It's by Kaomi Harai, and I feel like if you've ever had a kitten, you know this life. So I, for one, am so tickled that we have lots of different kinds of cats represented here. There's not like a pure tuxedo here like I have. This is maybe the closest. Of course, it's a little bit more tabby, but this is just so stinking adorable. So this is like a hefty, like beefy box. I want to say, yeah, it has 100 colors. So there's a thick package of drills in here. 3 ABs, 5 fairy dust, almost 100,000 diamonds in this one. It's a good size, you guys, 65 by 92.8. Kaomi Harai does these really, really cute animal pieces. I just started a kit from her called Rainbow Universe that's like a Pegasus and lots of rainbow colors in it. So really, a lot of really cutesy artwork, but it turns out really well diamond painting wise. This is gonna have square drills, give us kind of the max amount of details in this one. We got the sticker on the bottom of the box and all that good stuff. Let's open this up. Now, just in case you skipped all the way ahead, that's totally fine. Be efficient. We love it. I just wanted to mention that if you're curious to see things like me go through the toolkit and the features on the box and stuff like that, I had mentioned at the beginning of this video that I am going to skim through that on this particular kit, and I covered it more in depth on the first kit. So I thought, let's be a little bit more efficient than that. I hope that's all right. And if you really want to see that, just rewind. You can watch the toolkit and all that good stuff in the first part of this video. But we are still going to take a look and see what our treasure quest card is, because I feel like, am I the only one that's like the most fun part of the unboxing? We've got a bronze, again, not shocking. I've got a treasure quest card video linked below. This is still really, really dang cute. The artwork ended up framed pretty nicely in there too, actually. It's the little things. Okay, so here's the original artwork. You can get a better look at it here than on the box. It's so cute. It makes sense with all this detail why they had to make it pretty big. 100 colors. Every single sticker in the sticker book is taken up so that we get all 100 colors in here. Okay, so special drills, a rainbow of fairy dust colors, and then our ABs. Really interested to see what those will be and where those will go. Okay, let's unwrap this cutie together. Oh my gosh, yeah. You'll get a picture of the whole thing in frame in a moment. Let me get this unrolled and let you see parts of it as we go. Holy confetti in these kittens. Oh my gosh. Look at their eyes. They're so cute. You know, I heard someone say this once a while back and it's always really stuck with me. But I feel like when it comes to diamond paintings, one of the reasons that cat artwork is so popular is because cat owners, I'm both a cat and a dog owner. As cat owners, we'll typically be happy to work on kits that have any kinds of cats in them. Like while I look at this and it doesn't have a tuxedo in it, I'm still just like, oh, it's cats. It's cute. I'll work on it. By the way, take a look at the picture on the screen. I'll pop up a picture of the whole canvas and frame. You can see it. But dog owners, on the other hand, and I actually get this as a dog owner too. We're ones that if we're going to work on a diamond painting with a dog in it, we want that dog to actually look like our dog, or at least be the same breed as our dog. So it's an interesting kind of difference, I guess. Anyway, we've got a really big legend on this one, you guys, because it's 100 colors. It goes a good chunk of the length of the canvas. Same deal as far as canvas material, branding, glue. Yeah, okay. I was like, first I was like, are we slippery? No, that feels, I do the shake test with my glue. And then we've got the plastic cover and stuff like that with the perforated sections. We've got licensed artwork, of course, and the size. So Kaomi Harai looks like licenses through Tate Licensing. That's totally above board. Some artists use a licensing house. Same deal with branding and all that good stuff, warranty, and let's look up close. Is this going to have any color blocking in it, or are we looking at a confetti heavy canvas? Well, I'm seeing patches of color blocking in some of these background areas. Even this, it's not really traditional color blocking, but it's like, you know, groupings of the same color, kind of close, little patches. So not terrible, but then some of these areas of these cats, there's a lot of confetti, a lot more color changes. But this is going to be one of those kits that it really, I think, is going to feel like each time you complete a section, kind of put the painting up for the day, you'll have completed something, whether it's some part of this crazy cat tree, cat city, cat toy, or one of the cats themselves. There's so much going on. And this is the kind of painting that if I'm going to work on a giant kit, having a lot going on keeps me interested. It helps me not feel burned out. It's like, okay, I'm finishing some things at least. Yeah, I would say this is, I don't know, it seems like kind of a balanced kit. Like some of these background areas, we've got color blocking. The cats are definitely more confetti heavy, but then yeah, color blocking up here. Got this pretty rainbow in the background. See if we've got any special drills in the mix there. Yeah, so I would say to me this is a mix of color blocking and confetti. Maybe slightly more confetti heavy than color blocking. That's all going to be subjective. I just try to give you guys a decent idea of what to expect, really, because some people are like, I can't do a bunch of color blocking, I can't do a bunch of confetti. We're almost 93 centimeters. This is 92.8. What are you guys? Color blocking, confetti fans, both? I like both. I need a mix because I'll get bored or burnt out on either end of the spectrum. So I'm very picky, I suppose. We're true to size on this one, you guys. Not shocking. I occasionally will run into what is like, it's off by a bit. It's mostly usually a misprint error. Okay, drills. Ooh, kind of pale rainbowy. Look at these background colors we'll have more of that are, yeah, pale pinks and yellows. Okay. If you wouldn't mind, send me some positive thoughts and prayers for getting this sucker packed back up when I'm done, because, oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Color palette. Again, this is going to be so nutty to try to roll back up, but I'm going to show you guys these colors. Gosh darn it. All 100 of these colors. So this has square drills, unlike the last kit, which had round drills. I think that both DAC does pretty well. Hold that thought, you guys. We've got 2 bags of fairy dust right off the bat and an AB right afterwards. Let me zoom you in. Z3865. If you watched the first video, this is familiar. We've got this white fairy dust color with a couple stragglers in the mix. That happens. Fairy dust diamonds have a pearlescent sheen. It looks like a fine glitter coating on the tops of these diamonds that are going to give them a shimmery effect and just add a little extra something. On the other hand, ABs are going to stand out a bit more. AB stands for Aurora Borealis, and these ones get their name from the Northern Lights. They have a very, very sparkly iridescent coating on the top. It is going to, yeah, definitely draw your eye more to the areas where it has been charted on the canvas. All right, let's keep it rolling. See what we've got here. So yes, Diamond Art Club square drills, in my experience, are pretty consistent in terms of size and shape. They don't tend to be terribly trash prone, which to me makes a big difference. And really, not just to me, to any of us, right? Hold that thought again. We've got another fairy dust diamond. Z3766. We have a blue fairy dust in here. A little shimmery coating there. But when you're diamond painting with square drills, they sit flush against each other on all sides. So if there's a tab sticking off of one, or if they're slightly bigger than they're supposed to be, than there's space for, then there's not going to be space on the canvas. They'll crunch up against each other and drills will pop off. So AB 436, we have a brown AB, maybe in one of the cats. But with DAC's square drills, I just don't feel like that's an issue I really run into. Another special drill, we've got Z741. We have an orange fairy dust. DAC has also been playing with updating how they do the facets and the shapes on the tops of their diamonds. And so I think a lot of these will have like a flat top, but it's still really faceted. Z907, sorry, that was kind of an overzealous zoom in there. This is a lime green fairy dust. You can really see that fairy dust coating on those. 100 colors to get through. So as we're getting here towards like further through the colors, we're having ones that we just have smaller amounts of. DAC typically gives you, I don't know if they still say that there's a specific percentage, but they do give you extra. So you should have leftovers once you complete your kit. AB 606, just a bright cherry red AB, and then Z307. That is like almost a neon looking yellow color for a fairy dust. I've entirely lost count of how many special drills we've had so far and how many we have left to go. It's fine, it's fine. It's a little straggler, smaller, shorter strand, medium-sized bags. Then we have one strand left over here. Yes. Getting down to the ones we just have the smallest amounts of. So if I'm kitting up 100 colors, I'm probably going to use a storage system that has multiple container sizes and that I can be efficient with. I like Elizabeth Ward storage trays. They also stack well, so I'll probably get 2 of those going and then just be able to, oh my gosh, I hope I'm not mixing up these drill colors off screen. I've still got the last kit sitting over there. It's okay. It's fine. I'll triple check before I pack everything back up. But yeah, that's what we've got going on there. Okay. Apologies for the abrupt cut there. It's a little chaotic in the house right now. Let's talk special drills and where those are going to go. As a quick refresher, we have really a rainbow of special drill colors. We've got white fairy dust, blue fairy dust, green fairy dust, orange fairy dust, yellow fairy dust. Then we have red AB, pink AB, brown AB. The only one we're missing is purple. That's okay. Let's start down here and let's see if I can catch most of these because there's a lot. Actually, as I was looking at this ahead of you guys, I just had the thought, it seems like whoever charted these special drills that they just seem like they had a lot of fun doing it. So they're all throughout. Okay, so starting off with, because it's really easy to see the bright yellow here, that's the yellow fairy dust on the steps of the house here. The fish that this cat is holding, the orange stripes in it are going to be the orange fairy dust. And then we have the red AB is kind of the outline of the fish. Like the last kit, any of the white that you see in this kit, like the bright white, is going to be white fairy dust. There's not just a regular white color and a regular white symbol in here. So things like on the cat's faces, the bright white that's in like these paw prints, the white kind of all throughout this cat's fur, the outline over here, all white fairy dust, white on the side of this ball. You get the idea. So that's kind of all throughout. And then we have, there's some of the light blue fairy dust in the cat's eyes here. And then some of the orange fairy dust is in the orange area here and going up here. This is pink AB, this particular pink color right here, as well as the pink color here. I feel like there's, okay, brown AB. There's some of the darker brown color that's kind of striped through here and it goes over to this side. It's kind of like, I don't know if it's like a baseboard or something. This cat has a little bit of brown AB kind of around its eyes and kind of going up to its forehead. And then we have some orange fairy dust sprinkled in this toy along with some of the green fairy dust, that bright green fairy dust we haven't seen yet. There's some of the light blue fairy dust. We have orange fairy dust right here, green fairy dust right here, pink AB right here, red AB in this patch. Then the medium colored, kind of medium toned pink through here is going to be the pink AB. The light green that you see here, kind of the bright green, is going to be the green fairy dust. We have some orange fairy dust sprinkled in here. And refresh my memory. Okay, I think we're good. Let's move up. I'm cracking up. I didn't notice this till I was looking at this for special drills. I was like, who does this paw belong to? There's just a cat inside the house that's doing the cat thing where they're hiding and they just stick their paw out and try to... So I love we just have a cat paw here. There's brown fairy dust and white fairy dust in that cat's paw. Paw prints have white fairy dust. Front of this cat's face has white fairy dust all over. Some green fairy dust in its eyes. That's really cute. The pink on this part of the house, not the light pink, the next lightest shade or next darkest shade is going to be the pink AB. It kind of goes all the way around. And then we have blue fairy dust in this part of the house. This cat has some of the, like a couple, just one each of the light bluey fairy dust in its eyes. This blue bit has light blue fairy dust. This has light green fairy dust. And then there's white fairy dust all throughout this cat's body. Hopping over here, we have orange fairy dust and the light orange here. We have some green fairy dust there. White fairy dust in the white in these clouds. And then brown AB all throughout this cat's fur and its stripes, along with white fairy dust and a little white fairy dust dot in the center of its eye that's really cute. And then some orange fairy dust up here in the brighter orange areas. We've got orange fairy dust, light blue fairy dust, pink AB, lots of, well, not lots, I'm sorry, brown AB on this patch of this cat's face, a couple of green fairy dust in its eyes, light blue fairy dust over here, white fairy dust there, white and light blue fairy dust there, light blue fairy dust here, pink AB here, white fairy dust throughout this cat's fur, no brown AB, it's not quite the right color for that, but a couple of white fairy dust in the center of its eyes, and then the white that you see, whether it's on the tops of the clouds or the little white spots, that's all going to be white fairy dust. And the rainbow itself doesn't have any special drills in it, but when you look at the original artwork, like, it's more muted than the rest of it. So to me, it's fine. If you want to enhance a painting and add your own special drills, of course you can. But this one, I think they focus more on like the vibrant colors of like things in the foreground. It makes sense to me. But you can really see that there is quite a lot of special drills all throughout. It feels very balanced to me, like each of the cats has some special drills. That white fairy dust is, I feel like, a decent neutral. It's not gonna feel out of place. And then this like amazing cat toy tower, like nearly all of the different color families have some sort of special drill in them. So that's super, super, super cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys, this was Time to Play by Kaomi Harai from Diamond Art Club. This and the Mrs. Butterdeep kit both came out over the past few weeks. There just have been some shipping delays, so they were a little late getting to me. That said, I hope you still enjoyed getting to take a look at these kits with me. I know I enjoyed getting to see them in person and share my first impressions with you. I look forward to hearing your thoughts below, whether it's your first impressions. Did you already get these and have them on the way to you? Are you thinking that now you want to go hunt these down, maybe add them to your wish list? Again, I'll have both these listings linked directly below if you want to sign up for a back in stock email notification, which I highly, highly recommend, and add it to your wish list. So like I said, DAC does say that they take that into account with restock, so definitely recommend doing that. But, or if these just aren't for you and you're going to enjoy them vicariously through others, which is also completely fair, as always. Thank you, friends, for watching. I hope you enjoyed this double unboxing video. And if you did enjoy this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up on your way out. And if you want to see more from me, please consider subscribing. I do unboxings and reviews from a variety of different companies here on my channel. I also do diamond painting how-tos and tutorials, along with weekly whip and chats if you want some company while you're crafting. Thank you again for watching, friends. I hope you are doing very, very well. Have a wonderful week. Happy crafting. I will talk to you in the next one. Bye, guys.